Today we're going to be looking at the BBE Tremor Optical Tremolo pedal. So rather than use this pedal with guitar, we're going to be running a knockoff Walkman through it. If you're unfamiliar with how a tremolo pedal works, it basically dips the volume in a rhythmic way, kind of like sidechain compression, or a gator, or volume automation. It makes the sound blink or have a pulse. There are 3 knobs at the top. There's speed 1, speed 2, and depth, which is just dry wet. The more left the speed knob is, the slower the blinking effect is. The more you turn the knob to the right, the faster it flickers, and you can change between speed 1 and speed 2 using this foot switch here. We're not going to be using that function because our hands are free. Since the portable tape player will be playing back the music we make, we don't have to be using our hands to play guitar or piano, and we can freely spin the knob to slide between slow and fast. And that's what I want to capture in our recording. So the first thing I'm going to do is record a pad in Ableton. And I'm going to be using this Launch Key Mini to play the chords. Here's what the individual notes of our chords sound like with no effects. And here's what those individual notes sound like with effects. Let's play those notes at the same time to create chords. Here's what our chord progression sounds like with no effects. And here's what our chord progression sounds like with effects. If you like how those effects sound, and you want to know how I created that chain, check out my video SynthPad Effects for a detailed rundown. Next, we're going to be using this tape deck to record our progression to tape. It's a Tandberg TCD 320 from 1978. Tandberg is a hi-fi company out of Norway that used to make reel-to-reels. Here's the tape we're going to be using. It's a new old stock TDK D60 from 1990. Here's what it looks like unwrapped. I'll save this one for later. So here's what our chord progression sounds like again with no effects. And here's what it sounds like again with effects. And here's what it sounds like with effects baked into tape. Now that we've recorded our progression to tape, we're going to be playing it back using this portable cassette player through our tremolo pedal. I'm using a mono cable to connect the cassette player to the pedal since the pedal is not in stereo. This is a bit problematic because we lose all that stereo width that tape is so great for. But the pedal is a sweet addition. Mono might also be easier to mix since there's less potential phase issues. So here we go. Let's play our keyboards on tape through the tremolo pedal over the beat. I'm listening to the beat in my headphones at the same time, so I can try and dial in the rate of the tremolo so it syncs up with the beat. It sounds really cool if it's ducking in time. So now that we have our loop, I'm going to record a bass line using this MIDI keyboard again to finish off our track. My name is Mike Ash, I make music as into cassette, and you can check out my music in the links below.